Hey everyone, it is June 14th and it is Take All on Thursdays. And the topic for this week is going to be about new beginnings. As you can see, my background is different. It's somewhat of a new room. Well, it is a new room. I have moved, I've made the transition from the Bronx to New Jersey and Hackensack, and I'm very happy about it. I'm very relieved. I feel less stressed. I feel at home, which is kind of good. Well, that's kind of weird because it makes it sound like I'm not like, oh, it's not good, but no, it's good to feel at home. I feel way more comfortable here. I have an awesome roommate. She's really nice. Her name is Doris. Norris. Her name is Doris. I'm really tired. Sorry. Yeah. So it's kind of a small apartment. She works a lot. I work a lot, so it works out. But she's nice. We get along, which is pretty cool. Um, Better situation as far as financially. I just pay less here. I can drive my car, like I was saying last time. I love to drive my fucking car. Um, yeah, let's see. I have had a few new beginnings, or at least endings, in the past month and a half, 2 months, something like that. I have quit Cafe Bene. That's a really good ending because I just could not deal with the stress anymore, and them saying I didn't come to work when I did. It's just ridiculous. So, if you want to work for a cafe, I don't want to say don't work there, but the same. That's kind of bad because it's Cafe Benny or whatever, and I don't want to put a bad name on them, but it's just if you want to be a serious barista, I would recommend Starbucks first, probably. And that's bad. That's really bad. I actually will say this. I went to Starbucks right near the apartment here, and I had a cappuccino, and it wasn't bad. Surprisingly. And there are a lot of people who work in third wave cafes who are like, what the fuck? You wouldn't have Starbucks. Blah, blah, blah. How the fuck dare you? Whatever. But, um, it's better than Dunkin' Donuts. Fair enough. Sorry. But yeah, so anyways, the new job with Dames, moving, driving my car again. I feel like driving my car again is a new beginning. No offense to anyone out there that's all about, the pollution and the world and whatever. I don't know. I just feel more independent, more control. Yeah. But when I buy gas, I don't feel that in control. What can you do? So yeah, a little bit more about beginnings and endings and all that. I feel like there's some people out there, well, not just some people, but a lot of people who kind of are afraid of the new beginning, and they're kind of afraid of the unknown, and they're afraid of change. That's one thing. It's like a human thing where it's like people are afraid of just changing their routine, changing their habits, or changing their environment, atmosphere, anything. People just do not like change. And there's some people who crave it, like myself. I like change. Not all the time. Like when I remember one specific example that comes to my head right now is when I worked for Princess. On the ship, they used to change policies all the time, and that was really aggravating. That really got to me. But that was just, I don't know. That's just corporate just getting on my nerves, I guess. I don't know. But when you get in a workflow, I guess people, and myself, like I said, I don't like the policy changes or whatever. Like, when I worked with Cafe Benny, they started changing recipes, and I'm like, what the fuck, bruh. So change is inevitable, obviously. It has to. It comes and goes. It makes life, go and flow, whatever. Nothing ever stays the same. So the better you deal with change, the better off you'll be, and the happier I think maybe you'll be better off. I don't know. So yeah, change, people don't like it, but I feel like I'm one of those people that I always keep seeking out a change or a major transition or a major, like, I don't know, I feel like I'm always, going to the edge, and, I have no fear of the unknown, and I just go. Like, I went to Australia by myself. Everyone was like, oh my god, you went by yourself? Yeah, it's just Australia. It's not like I went to fucking Nigeria or something. Not to say that Nigeria is bad, but I mean, Australia being a Commonwealth country, they speak English. I don't feel intimidated that much, I guess. But yeah, the whole just driving across country to LA. I didn't know where I was gonna live. I just drove. We'll just see what happens. A lot of people aren't risk takers, and that's the thing. Is I feel like I need to find the balance, because there are some people who play it too safe, but then there are people who just, just take the risk way too far. And I think maybe that's I'm more toward the risk taking too much spectrum. But yeah, that's what I guess. Maybe if you have too many new beginnings, you're gonna start to have a really complicated, or you won't ever get a chance to have that, maybe that permanent thing that maybe you're looking for. You won't really have that stability that you may need, because I feel to a point that some people need a certain amount of stability in their life to kind of, I don't know, fill this thing inside them. I don't want to say urge or whatever, but they just, maybe it's a safety thing where people want to feel safe, and it's, I'm stable, whether it's in finances or just a house or a place they go to all the time, or, just kind of like a home base or whatever I was talking about before. But, I don't know, like, I feel like if I have so many new beginnings, it's like I'm scatterbrained, I'm all over the place, and where the fuck is my life, what is going on? And it brings me to something my friend was talking about today. My friend Dan, he mentioned, oh, you don't have an adult job, and you don't, you're not ready for the adult relationship. And I mean, I'm engaged. That's pretty adult. I've been in a 4-year relationship where I lived with someone for those amount of years, and that's pretty adult, and I was pretty young. So maybe that is the reason why I jump around so much now. Maybe that's why I can't sit still, or maybe I just get impatient. I don't know why I always seek out these new beginnings, but it happens. I just go and go and go and go and go. So yeah, when my doctor, last week I told you guys about her, when she was like, what you're doing is really hard, it's stressful, she got into my head, and she was like, if you want to talk to somebody, you can talk to somebody. And I'm like, hell yeah, I'll talk to somebody that's professional, because I want to know what people think of what the hell's going on here. So maybe they'll get into why I am the way I am. Not to say there's anything wrong with me, but I feel like I'm so impatient in life. Or maybe I need the random life. Maybe I just can't do the 9 to 5. Maybe I can't settle. Maybe I need the job where it's like I continuously travel. But I can't do ships. I can't do ships for, I don't know. I keep thinking about ships more and more now, but it's still not something I want to do. Because if you think about it, ship life is like every 6 months, or every time you have a new contract, it's like a new beginning. You're starting over. And I was telling a couple of my friends were asking me about ship life, and they were like, you can go on a ship, and do people lie about who they are? I'm like, yeah, you could be whoever you want to be. I mean, essentially, when you're on a ship, you can just say, hey, I'm not with anybody, but let's hook up. Hey, I don't have any kids. I'm not from here. I'm from here. Like, you can just do and say or act however you want to whoever you want, and be just whatever, And not to say that I've done that. I can't hide who I am. I'm just Amber, and I'm from Buffalo, New York. Can't really, I'm not a good liar, I don't think. And I have no reason to lie, because I'm not ashamed of who I am, so, or who I'm with, or whatever like that, so. Or if I decide to do anything that's not kosher, I guess. Yeah, so new beginnings, traveling, all these things I keep thinking about a lot lately, and it's all about like finding myself and all that jazz. And yeah, I give an update about last week. I talked about how I had to get back into the whole sending out my resume, all that, and I only sent out a few emails to a few production companies, and I got a few answers, like a couple answers back that I wasn't really expecting. But I did have an interview on Tuesday. I have an interview tomorrow. It's not really an interview. It's more like just kind of like a meeting up with a producer. So I don't know. He just said he'll contact me when he has free time during the day, which is pretty cool. Which is good, because I did all my moving shit today, and I was like, I'm just gonna do it. I woke up this morning and was like, I'm gonna move in today, because I had the option of just doing it on Saturday. And who the hell wants to move on a Saturday? Like, if they can avoid it, I don't want to waste a Saturday by moving. I don't think anyone wants to. And I know most people, like, back in Buffalo, I know that my family, we always moved on a Saturday. And then your Saturday's fucking just wasted, just fucking moving shit. Fuck that. I hate moving. Moving sucks. I hate it. I carry bags and boxes and fucking, unpacking, packing. Maybe that's why I like, traveling, like, and doing, traveling that I have done, is because it's like I have my backpack, book bag, and carry on, and that's it. I don't have to worry about anything else. So, yeah, I don't know what's going on. I'm still trucking, I guess. Um, yeah, I come to find out, the owner of Dame's Coffee, um, she, I guess, discovered or found out that I'm into film and camera work and all this stuff. Like, her plan is really fucking badass, and I gotta hand it to her. She's pretty cool. Like, she actually wants to start a production company, and the backup is the cafe, which I was like, holy shit, really? And I was totally surprised. That's awesome. Yeah, so like today was a really good day. I had ice cream today. Everyone should know that I'm addicted to fucking ice cream. It's retarded. Retarded. Okay, so yeah, my advice to everybody out there who are going through a change, transition, new beginning, ending, or whatever, just take it with stride and don't be afraid of change. Don't be afraid of the unknown, and just kind of take it head on and just deal with it and just kind of embrace it, if you will. And change is not always bad. For the most part, change is usually for the better. And if change comes your way, I think that it's probably meant to come your way. I do believe I do believe in the whole saying that everything happens for a reason. So yeah, that is my closing thing. Everything happens for a reason, people. And yeah, new beginnings are awesome, and I hope mine continues to be awesome, and I have a much better life here in Jersey, or maybe for the next 6 months, because I seem to have a 6-month limit where I am. But I don't know. I'll see you guys next week.